and boosts your immune system. Yep, pears don't just help with blood sugar, they also make sure your gut and immune system stay in top shape. So how should you eat them? The best way is fresh and raw. With the skin on, that's where most of the fiber and antioxidants are. But if you want to switch things up, try slicing pears into a salad with some walnuts and feta cheese, or bake them with a sprinkle of cinnamon for a warm, comforting treat. Want something quick? Blend them into a smoothie with Greek yogurt and a handful of nuts for a blood sugar-friendly snack. And if you're a fan of oatmeal, add some diced pears on top for a natural sweetness without the sugar spike. Now here's something important: portion control. Even though pears are great for diabetes, you don't want to overdo it. A good portion size is about 4 to 5 ounces, which is roughly half a medium pear. Eating too much fruit at once can still affect blood sugar, so always balance it out with protein or healthy fats. And watch out for processed versions. Canned pears often come soaked in syrup, dried pears have concentrated sugars, and pear juice, that's a straight-up sugar bomb. Stick to fresh pears to get all the benefits without the downsides. Number 2, guava. One of the most underrated superfruits, especially for people with diabetes. If you've been wondering whether guava is safe for diabetics, the answer is a big yes. In fact, this tropical fruit is one of the best choices you can make for stable blood sugar, heart health, digestion, and even immunity. And the best part, it's naturally sweet but doesn't send your sugar levels on a roller coaster ride. So let's dive into why guava is a total game changer for diabetics and how you can enjoy it the right way. Let's start with blood sugar. The biggest concern for diabetics is how quickly a food turns into glucose in the blood. That's where the glycemic index, or GI, comes in. Foods with a high GI cause sugar spikes. But guava? It sits at a comfortable GI of around 25 to 30, which is super low. This means it releases sugar slowly, helping you avoid those sudden spikes that can throw off your insulin levels. And the reason guava is so great at this? Fiber. A single guava packs 5 grams of fiber, which is a huge win because fiber acts like a natural speed bump, slowing down sugar absorption and keeping you full longer. Plus, guava is low in starch, so it won't suddenly convert into sugar like other carb-heavy foods do. Now let's talk about the magic inside this fruit. Guava is packed with some of the most powerful nutrients and antioxidants that work wonders for diabetes and overall health. It's loaded with vitamin C, way more than oranges, which strengthens immunity and fights inflammation, a major problem for diabetics. It also has vitamin A for eye health, potassium for blood pressure control, and even small amounts of magnesium, which helps improve insulin function. But here's where guava really shines. It's rich in antioxidants like lycopene and flavonoids, which help fight oxidative stress. This is important because diabetics have a higher risk of cell damage due to high blood sugar, and guava works like a shield against that. If you have diabetes, you also need to think about heart health because high blood sugar can put extra stress on your heart. That's where guava steps in as a natural protector. The high fiber content helps lower bad cholesterol, LDL, while keeping good cholesterol, HDL, in check. It also helps regulate blood pressure thanks to its potassium levels, reducing the risk of heart disease. Some studies even suggest that guava leaf extract may help improve circulation and prevent plaque buildup in the arteries. So eating guava isn't just good for diabetes, it's good for your heart too. Another thing diabetics struggle with is digestion. Whether it's bloating, constipation, or slow metabolism, gut issues can make things worse. Luckily, guava works as a natural digestive aid. It's packed with fiber that keeps things moving smoothly, plus it feeds the good bacteria in your gut. But here's something even cooler. Guava contains natural compounds that help kill harmful bacteria in your digestive system, keeping infections at bay. So if you're dealing with stomach issues or digestion problems, guava might just be the fruit your gut has been waiting for. And we can't forget about immunity, because let's be real, getting sick is the last thing you want when you have diabetes. Guava is loaded with vitamin C, one of the most powerful immunity boosters out there. It helps your body fight infections, repair damaged cells, and even reduces inflammation. Plus, guava's antioxidants help your body recover faster, which is a big deal for diabetics who sometimes heal slower than others. So whether it's cold season or just a regular day, Guava gives your immune system the support it needs. Now, how should you eat guava? The best way is fresh and raw, with the skin on. That's where most of the fiber and antioxidants are. But if you want to switch things up, try slicing guava into a fruit salad with some nuts for a crunchy twist. You can also blend it into a smoothie with unsweetened yogurt for a creamy, blood sugar-friendly drink. Another delicious idea, sprinkle a pinch of chili powder and lemon juice on guava slices for a refreshing, tangy snack. And if you're a tea lover, guava leaves can be brewed into a tea that helps with blood sugar control. So many ways to enjoy it. Of course, portion control is key. Even though guava is great for diabetes, you don't want to overdo it. A good portion size is around 4 to 5 ounces, which is about one small guava or half of a large one. This way, you get all the benefits without overloading on natural sugars. And one big warning, avoid processed guava products. Guava juices, jams, or canned guavas often contain added sugar, which completely cancels out the benefits. Stick to the real fresh fruit and you're good to go. Number 3, cherries, small, juicy, and bursting with flavor. But if you have diabetes, you might be wondering, can I eat cherries without spiking my blood sugar? The answer is yes, but only if you eat them the right way. Cherries are packed with antioxidants, fiber, and nutrients that can actually help regulate blood sugar, protect your heart, and even support digestion and immunity. But before you go grabbing a big bowl of them, let's break down exactly how cherries affect diabetes and the best way to enjoy them. First off, let's talk about blood sugar. Every food has a glycemic index, GI, a number that tells us how fast it raises blood sugar. The higher the number, the bigger the sugar spike. But cherries, they have a low GI of around 22 to 25, which means they digest slowly and don't cause sudden sugar rushes. That's because cherries are packed with fiber, about 2 to 3 grams per cup. Fiber acts like a brake for sugar, slowing down its absorption so your blood sugar stays steady. Plus, cherries are low in starch, which means they don't turn into sugar as quickly as high-carb foods do. Now let's get into the nutrients and antioxidants inside these little red gems. Cherries are loaded with vitamin C, which helps boost immunity, and potassium, which keeps blood pressure in check. But what really makes cherries special is their powerful antioxidants, especially anthocyanins. These antioxidants don't just fight inflammation, they also help your body use insulin better, making them a great food for people with diabetes. Plus, cherries contain melatonin, which promotes better sleep, a huge bonus since poor sleep can mess with blood sugar levels. If you have diabetes, you know that heart health is just as important as blood sugar control. High blood sugar can put stress on your heart, but cherries help protect it in multiple ways. Their fiber helps lower bad cholesterol, LDL, while keeping good cholesterol, HDL, balanced. The potassium in cherries helps regulate blood pressure, reducing strain on your arteries. And those anthocyanins, they also help improve circulation and reduce inflammation, which is a big deal because inflammation can lead to heart disease over time. So eating cherries isn't just about satisfying your sweet tooth. It's also about keeping your heart strong and healthy. Now let's talk about digestion. Cherries are rich in fiber, which means they help prevent constipation and promote healthy gut bacteria. A happy gut is key for good digestion, better nutrient absorption, and even blood sugar control. And here's something cool. Cherries also have natural anti-inflammatory properties that help reduce bloating and support overall digestive health. Plus, their high water content keeps you hydrated, which is important for preventing sluggish digestion. And we can't forget about immunity. Since diabetics are more prone to infections, it's important to eat foods that boost the immune system, and cherries do just that. Thanks to their high vitamin C and antioxidant content, cherries help fight off free radicals, reduce inflammation, and keep your immune system strong. Plus, the melatonin in cherries helps you sleep better, and better sleep means a stronger immune system. So cherries don't just taste amazing, they also work behind the scenes to keep your body protected. So how should you eat them? The best way is fresh and raw, just rinse and enjoy. But if you want to get creative, try adding them to a salad with spinach and walnuts, blending them into a smoothie with Greek yogurt and almonds, or even mixing them into oatmeal for a natural sweetness without added sugar. And if you like a little indulgence, Dark chocolate-covered cherries, with no added sugar, can be a delicious, diabetes-friendly treat in moderation. Now about portion control, because even healthy fruits should be eaten in the right amount. A good one-time portion is about 1/2 cup, or roughly 3 to 4 ounces. This gives you all the benefits without overloading on natural sugars. And here's an important warning. Stay away from processed cherry products. Things like candied cherries, cherry pie filling, dried cherries, and cherry juice often have added sugars, which can spike blood sugar levels fast. Always check labels and stick to fresh, frozen, or unsweetened dried cherries. What if I told you some fruits don't just taste amazing, but actually help control diabetes, boost heart health, and improve digestion? Sounds unreal, right? Well, it's true. In this video, we're diving into 3 powerhouse fruits that stabilize blood sugar, improve insulin function, and fight inflammation. And one of them even has more vitamin C than an orange. And here's the fun part. Did you know one of these fruits is actually related to almonds? Stick around because you won't want to miss this. Number 1. Kiwi. Kiwi is truly a superstar when it comes to health, especially for diabetics. But wait, we're just getting started. There's so much more to this little fruit than meets the eye. If you're looking for a natural way to control blood sugar, boost digestion, and improve overall health, kiwi might just be the perfect fit for your diet. Let's break things down a little further. Kiwi's glycemic index is around 50, but what makes it even better is its glycemic load, which is only about 7 per serving. That's incredibly low. The glycemic load takes into account not just how fast a food raises blood sugar, but also how much carbohydrate it actually contains. So while some fruits may have a low glycemic index but still be high in sugar, kiwi is a double win. It has a low glycemic index and is relatively low in sugar to begin with. That means less stress on your blood sugar levels. But let's talk about something equally important: fiber. One kiwi has around 2 to 3 grams of fiber, and it's a mix of both soluble and insoluble fiber. Why does that matter? Soluble fiber helps slow down the absorption of sugar into the blood, keeping your blood sugar from spiking after a meal. Insoluble fiber helps with digestion and keeps your gut healthy. A healthy gut means better metabolism, better immunity, and better weight control, all of which are critical for diabetics. And if you eat the skin of the kiwi, you get even more fiber. Now let's talk nutrients and antioxidants. Kiwi is loaded with essential vitamins and minerals. It's a vitamin C powerhouse, giving you more than an orange in a single serving. And why does that matter for diabetics? Because vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that helps reduce oxidative stress, which is a big issue for people with diabetes. High blood sugar levels cause more oxidative stress, which leads to inflammation, cell damage, and even complications like nerve damage. But with kiwi, you get a natural defense against all of that. And then there's vitamin K, an important vitamin that helps with blood clotting and bone health. Did you know that diabetics are at a higher risk of osteoporosis? That's because diabetes affects the way the body absorbs calcium, leading to weaker bones over time. Adding kiwi to your diet is a great way to support bone health naturally. Another powerful nutrient in kiwi is potassium. We all know that high blood pressure is a common issue in diabetics. Potassium helps regulate blood pressure by balancing sodium levels and relaxing blood vessels. That means better circulation, a healthier heart, and a lower risk of strokes and heart disease. And let's not forget folate, which supports cell repair and brain health. Super important for everyone, but especially for diabetics. Now let's talk how kiwi benefits insulin function. Kiwi contains bioactive compounds that have been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. That means your body uses insulin more effectively, so you need less of it to regulate blood sugar. This is especially helpful for people with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. And because kiwi has a natural combination of fiber, vitamin C, and polyphenols, it can help prevent post-meal sugar spikes, making it one of the best fruits to include in your diet. What about heart health? Diabetes and heart disease are closely linked, and one of the best things you can do is eat heart-friendly foods. Kiwi contains flavonoids and carotenoids, which help lower bad cholesterol, LDL, and boost good cholesterol, HDL. Studies have shown that eating kiwi daily can reduce blood clot risk and improve heart function, which is huge for people managing diabetes. And digestion? Oh, kiwi is a game changer. If you've ever struggled with bloating, constipation, or slow digestion, this fruit is your best friend. The actinidin enzyme helps break down protein faster, making digestion smoother. Plus, the fiber keeps everything moving, which reduces bloating and discomfort. A healthy digestive system is key for better metabolism and nutrient absorption, so your body gets the most out of what you eat. Now, how do you prepare kiwi to get the most benefits? The best way is to eat it raw and fresh. Just wash it, slice it, and enjoy. And don't toss that fuzzy skin. It's completely edible and full of fiber and antioxidants. If you're not a fan of the texture, you can blend kiwi into smoothies, mix it with yogurt, or even freeze it for a refreshing snack. Looking for diabetes-friendly recipes? Try making a kiwi and chia seed pudding. Just mix chia seeds, unsweetened almond milk, and mashed kiwi for a fiber-packed treat. You can also make a kiwi and avocado salad with some nuts and lemon juice for a refreshing low-carb meal. And if you love a morning smoothie, blend kiwi with spinach, flax seeds, and Greek yogurt for a blood sugar-friendly drink that's packed with nutrients. But here's what to watch out for. Processed kiwi products like dried kiwi, candied kiwi, and kiwi juice are often loaded with added sugars and preservatives, which can spike blood sugar levels. Always check the labels and stick to fresh kiwi whenever possible. And here's a fun fact. Kiwi isn't actually a fruit from New Zealand. It originally came from China, where it was called Chinese gooseberry. It was later renamed and made popular worldwide. Pretty cool, right? Now let's bust a myth. Some people think kiwi is too sweet for diabetics, but that's not true. The natural sugars in kiwi are balanced by fiber and polyphenols, making it one of the safest fruits for diabetics. Unlike high GI fruits like bananas or pineapples, kiwi won't cause a rapid blood sugar spike. And let's bring in science. A recent study showed that people with diabetes who included kiwi in their daily diet had better blood sugar control, improved digestion, and healthier cholesterol levels. This proves that kiwi isn't just tasty, it's a science-backed way to improve diabetes management. So if you're looking for a fruit that's delicious, nutritious, and actually good for blood sugar control, kiwi is a top choice. Packed with fiber, antioxidants, and essential nutrients, it's a natural way to support digestion, heart health, and insulin function. So next time you see kiwis at the grocery store, grab a few and enjoy the amazing benefits. Number 2, peaches are one of those fruits that feel like a little burst of summer in every bite. Their natural sweetness, soft texture, and juicy flavor make them an absolute treat. But here's the question. Are peaches good for diabetes? The short answer, absolutely. When eaten in moderation and in the right way, peaches can help manage blood sugar, boost insulin function, improve heart health, and even aid digestion. Sounds too good to be true? Well, let's break it down. First, let's talk blood sugar. The biggest worry for diabetics is how a food affects glucose levels. Peaches have a glycemic index, a GI, of 42, which means they are low GI and won't send blood sugar skyrocketing. But what really makes them shine is their glycemic load, GL, which is only about 5. That's incredibly low. The glycemic load takes into account both the GI and the total carbohydrates in a portion, making it a more accurate measure of how a food affects blood sugar. So, a peach is not just safe, it's actually a smart choice for diabetics. Now let's talk about fiber. One medium peach has around 2 to 3 grams of fiber, and it's a mix of both soluble and insoluble fiber. This is a big deal. Soluble fiber helps slow down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, keeping glucose levels steady. Insoluble fiber helps with digestion, preventing constipation, and keeping your gut healthy. And here's something even cooler. Peaches contain natural resistant starch, which works similarly to fiber by improving gut bacteria and helping regulate sugar metabolism. A healthy gut means better insulin sensitivity, which is a game changer for diabetics. But peaches aren't just about blood sugar. They are packed with powerful nutrients and antioxidants that can protect the body from diabetes-related complications. One peach gives you a good dose of vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin E, potassium and magnesium, all essential for good health. But the real magic happens with polyphenols. These are natural plant compounds that reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, which is super important for diabetics because high blood sugar can cause damage to blood vessels, nerves, and organs. Peaches also contain beta-carotene and lutein, which support eye health, something diabetics need to pay extra attention to, since high glucose levels can lead to vision problems. And here's something even more exciting. Peaches help with insulin function. Studies show that the bioactive compounds in peaches can help increase insulin sensitivity, meaning your body can use insulin more efficiently to regulate blood sugar. That's great news for people with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. Peaches also have natural flavonoids, which help prevent post-meal sugar spikes, making them a fantastic addition to a diabetes-friendly diet. Heart health is another major concern for diabetics, and peaches work wonders here too. High blood sugar can damage blood vessels over time, increasing the risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and stroke. But peaches are rich in potassium, which helps lower blood pressure by balancing sodium levels and relaxing blood vessels. They also contain flavonoids that lower bad cholesterol, LDL, and increase good cholesterol, HDL. That means better circulation, a healthier heart, and lower risks of cardiovascular diseases, all by eating this one delicious fruit. Now let's talk digestion. If you've ever felt bloated or had digestive issues, peaches can help get things back on track. The natural enzymes in peaches help break down food more efficiently, making digestion smoother. Plus, the fiber in peaches supports gut health, feeding the good bacteria in your intestines. And since gut health is directly linked to blood sugar control and immunity, this is a huge plus for diabetics. So how do you prepare peaches to get the best benefits? Fresh and raw is always best. Just wash them, slice them, and enjoy. If you want the maximum fiber, leave the skin on because that's where most of the nutrients are. The ideal portion size for diabetics is about 4 ounces, which is roughly 1 medium peach. But peaches aren't just for snacking. There are so many delicious, diabetes-friendly ways to enjoy them. Try making a peach and Greek yogurt parfait. Just layer sliced peaches, unsweetened Greek yogurt, and a sprinkle of flax seeds for a high-fiber, blood sugar-friendly snack. Or blend peaches into a green smoothie with spinach, avocado, and chia seeds for a nutritious, energy-boosting drink. You can even grill peaches and drizzle them with a bit of cinnamon and almond butter for a warm, satisfying dessert that's totally diabetes-safe. But here's where you need to be careful. Not all peach products are healthy. Canned peaches often come in heavy syrup, which is loaded with added sugar, a nightmare for blood sugar levels. Dried peaches can also have preservatives and artificial sweeteners that affect glucose metabolism. Even store-bought peach juice can be packed with hidden sugars that cause sugar spikes. So always read the labels and stick to fresh, frozen, or unsweetened dried peaches whenever possible. Now let's throw in a fun fact. Did you know peaches are technically a part of the almond family? Yep. If you've ever noticed the seed inside a peach looks like an almond, that's because they are botanically related. And just like almonds, peaches are packed with healthy nutrients that support overall well-being. And let's bust a myth. Some people think peaches are too sugary for diabetics. But that's not true. The natural sugars in peaches are balanced by fiber, water, and antioxidants, making them safe and beneficial for blood sugar control. Unlike processed sugars, which lead to rapid glucose spikes, the fiber in peaches slows down digestion, making blood sugar levels rise more gradually. Now let's bring in science. A recent study found that people who ate peaches regularly had lower blood sugar levels, better cholesterol profiles, and reduced inflammation. That means peaches aren't just tasty, they're actually helping your body stay healthy. So what's the takeaway? Peaches are one of the best fruits for diabetics, packed with fiber, antioxidants, and essential nutrients that support insulin function, heart health, digestion, and immunity. The key is to eat them in moderation, in their natural form, and without added sugars. So next time you see a juicy, ripe peach, don't hesitate. Enjoy it guilt-free and let it work its magic on your health. Number 3, plums. Small, juicy, and packed with flavor, they're one of those fruits that feel like nature's candy. But wait, if you have diabetes, can you really enjoy plums without worrying about blood sugar spikes? The answer is a big yes. Plums are not only safe for diabetics, but they're actually one of the best fruits you can eat to support blood sugar control, digestion, heart health, and even immunity. Let's talk about blood sugar first because that's the biggest concern for diabetics. Plums have a glycemic index, GI, of around 35, which is very low. That means they won't cause a sudden spike in blood sugar like high GI fruits do. But what makes them even better is their glycemic load, GL, which is only around 2 to 3 per serving. That's extremely low. The glycemic load is a more accurate measure because it considers both how quickly the food raises blood sugar and how much carbohydrate it actually contains. So, eating a fresh plum is a safe, blood sugar-friendly choice. Now let's talk about fiber. One medium plum has around 2 grams of fiber, which might not sound like much, but it makes a huge difference. That fiber slows down the absorption of sugar into the blood, preventing sugar spikes. It also improves digestion, helps with gut health, and even plays a role in controlling hunger and cravings. And here's something interesting. Plums contain natural sorbitol, a type of sugar alcohol that has a mild laxative effect, helping with digestion and preventing constipation. But there's more. Plums are a nutritional powerhouse, loaded with vitamin C, vitamin K, potassium, and powerful antioxidants like polyphenols and anthocyanins. These antioxidants help fight oxidative stress, which is a major problem for diabetics. High blood sugar levels cause cell damage over time, increasing the risk of nerve damage, vision problems, and inflammation. But the antioxidants in plums work like tiny bodyguards, protecting your cells and reducing inflammation. And since plums also contain beta-carotene and lutein, they're fantastic for eye health, super important for diabetics who need to protect their vision. Now let's talk insulin function. The polyphenols in plums have been found to improve insulin sensitivity, meaning your body can use insulin more efficiently to regulate blood sugar. That's great news for people with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. Some studies even suggest that eating plums regularly can reduce the risk of developing diabetes in the first place because they help the body process sugars better. But the benefits don't stop there. Plums are also amazing for heart health. High blood sugar can damage the blood vessels over time, leading to high blood pressure, heart disease, and strokes. But plums are rich in potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure by balancing sodium levels and relaxing blood vessels. They also contain compounds that help reduce bad cholesterol, LDL, and increase good cholesterol, HDL. That means better circulation, a stronger heart, and a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, all by eating this delicious little fruit. And let's not forget digestion and gut health. If you've ever struggled with bloating, indigestion, or constipation, plums might be exactly what you need. The fiber and sorbitol in plums help keep digestion smooth and promote the growth of healthy gut bacteria. And here's something cool. Having a healthy gut has been linked to better blood sugar control. So by eating plums, you're actually improving your gut and your diabetes at the same time. So how do you eat plums for the best benefits? The simplest way is fresh and raw. Just wash them, slice them, and enjoy. The skin is where a lot of the fiber and antioxidants are, so don't peel them. The best diabetes-friendly portion is about 3.5 ounces, which is roughly 1 or 2 small plums. But if you like to get creative in the kitchen, there are some amazing ways to enjoy plums without affecting blood sugar. Try making a plum and Greek yogurt parfait. Just layer sliced plums, unsweetened Greek yogurt, and some chia seeds for a fiber-rich, blood sugar-friendly snack. Or blend plums into a smoothie with spinach, flax seeds, and almond milk for a refreshing and nutritious drink. You can also roast plums and serve them with cinnamon and nuts for a warm, satisfying dessert that's totally safe for diabetics. Now here's where you need to be careful. Not all plum products are diabetes-friendly. Dried plums, better known as prunes, are much higher in sugar because the dehydration process concentrates the natural sugars. That doesn't mean they're off limits, but you have to eat them in very small amounts. Also, watch out for canned plums. Many are packed in syrup loaded with added sugar, which can send blood sugar levels through the roof. And be careful with store-bought plum juice, which often has hidden sugars and preservatives that make it worse than soda for diabetics. Always check labels and stick to fresh, frozen or unsweetened dried plums whenever possible. Now here's a fun fact. Plums are one of the oldest cultivated fruits in the world. They've been around for thousands of years and were enjoyed by ancient civilizations, including the Romans and the Chinese. And here's something even crazier. There are over 2,000 different varieties of plums grown around the world. And let's bust a quick myth. Some people think plums are too sugary for diabetics. But that's not true. Even though plums taste sweet, their fiber and polyphenols help regulate sugar absorption, making them one of the safest fruits for people with diabetes. Unlike high GI fruits like bananas or pineapples, plums won't cause a rapid blood sugar spike when eaten in moderation. Now let's bring in some science. A recent study found that people who ate plums regularly had better blood sugar control, improved insulin sensitivity, and lower inflammation levels. This means plums aren't just tasty. They're actually helping your body function better and reducing the risk of diabetes complications. So what's the takeaway? Plums are one of the best fruits for diabetics, packed with fiber, antioxidants, and essential nutrients that support blood sugar control, heart health, digestion, and immunity. The key is to eat them in moderation, in their natural form, and without added sugars. So next time you see a fresh, juicy plum, don't hesitate. Enjoy it guilt-free and let it work its magic on your health. What if I told you that some of the sweetest, most delicious fruits on the planet could actually help balance blood sugar instead of spiking it? Sounds crazy, right? But pomegranates, passion fruit, and blueberries are not just tasty. They're packed with natural compounds that improve insulin function, protect the heart, and even support kidney health. Here's the wild part. Pomegranates have been called the fruit of the gods for thousands of years, and modern science is proving why. Passion fruit isn't just exotic and flavorful, it contains a secret ingredient that helps regulate sugar absorption. And blueberries? They were once used as a survival food by Native Americans long before we knew they were loaded with antioxidants. These fruits aren't just safe for diabetics. They can actually help control blood sugar while keeping your cravings satisfied. But how do they work? And what's the best way to eat them without going overboard? Stick around because what you're about to learn might change the way you look at fruit forever. First on list, pomegranates. Pomegranates are one of the most unique and powerful fruits in the world, but if you have diabetes, you might be wondering whether you should eat them. The answer isn't just yes, it's a resounding yes, but in the right way. Even though pomegranates are naturally sweet, they have a glycemic index of about 53 and a glycemic load of around 18 per whole fruit, which means they don't cause drastic blood sugar spikes like some high-sugar fruits. What's even better is their fiber content, about 4 grams per half a cup of seeds, which helps slow down sugar absorption, making it a great option for keeping blood sugar levels stable. And as for starch, pomegranates barely have any, which means they won't contribute to unnecessary carb overload. There's something really fascinating about how pomegranates work in the body. One study found that even though pomegranate juice contains natural sugars, these sugars don't behave like regular sugars in the bloodstream. Instead, the unique antioxidants in pomegranates actually help reduce insulin resistance and improve how efficiently the body processes glucose. That's a big deal for diabetics because insulin resistance is one of the major challenges in keeping blood sugar under control. Instead of simply raising sugar levels, pomegranates may actually help regulate them. Beyond blood sugar, pomegranates are packed with nutrients that do wonders for the body. They're loaded with vitamin C, providing about 30% of your daily needs per fruit, which helps strengthen the immune system. They also contain vitamin K, potassium, and folate, all of which support overall health. But the real magic inside pomegranates comes from their antioxidants, specifically punicalagin, anthocyanins, and ellagic acid. These powerful compounds fight inflammation and oxidative stress, which is crucial for people with diabetes because high blood sugar over time can damage cells. Pomegranates act as a shield, protecting the body from this damage. One of the biggest concerns for diabetics is heart health, and pomegranates shine in this area too. Studies have shown that drinking 8 ounces of pomegranate juice daily for 3 months can reduce LDL cholesterol by up to 12%, while increasing good cholesterol by about 10%. They also improve blood circulation, reduce plaque buildup in arteries by as much as 30%, and help lower blood pressure. Since people with diabetes have a higher risk of heart disease, Eating pomegranates is one of the easiest ways to protect the heart naturally. Pomegranates also play a role in kidney health, which is crucial for diabetics since high blood sugar can put extra stress on the kidneys. Research suggests that the antioxidants in pomegranates help reduce oxidative damage in the kidneys and lower protein leakage in the urine by up to 25%, which means they can protect against long-term kidney problems. On top of that, pomegranates help with digestion by promoting the growth of good gut bacteria. A healthier gut leads to better blood sugar control, making this fruit even more valuable for diabetics. Since diabetes can weaken the immune system, pomegranates offer an extra layer of defense. Their high vitamin C content and unique anti-inflammatory properties help the body fight off infections, improve recovery time, and keep the immune system strong. This is especially helpful because people with diabetes are more prone to infections and longer healing times. Here's a fun fact. Pomegranates have been used for thousands of years as a symbol of health and longevity. Ancient cultures believed they had medicinal properties, and modern science is proving them right. It's not just folklore, it's real, and diabetics can absolutely benefit from this superfruit. The best way to eat pomegranates is fresh. Simply cut one open, scoop out barrels with spinach, walnuts, and feta cheese for a heart-healthy meal. One thing to be careful about is processed pomegranate products. Many store-bought pomegranate juices and snacks have added sugars, artificial sweeteners, and preservatives that can turn a healthy fruit into a sugar bomb. Always check the label, and when in doubt, go for fresh. Another precaution is portion control. Even though pomegranates have benefits, eating too much at once can still lead to a blood sugar rise. Moderation is key. Stick to recommended serving sizes, and you'll enjoy all the goodness without the drawbacks. Pomegranates are proof that sweet fruits aren't always bad for diabetes. In fact, this one is uniquely beneficial for blood sugar control, heart health, kidney protection, digestion, and immunity. The secret is balance, portion control, in choosing fresh sources. When eaten the right way, pomegranates can be a powerful tool in managing diabetes while adding a burst of flavor and nutrition to your diet. Second on list, passion fruit. Passion fruit is one of the most underrated yet incredibly powerful fruits, especially for people with diabetes. It's sweet, tangy, and packed with nutrients. But the best part? It has a glycemic index of only 30 and a glycemic load of around 6 per serving, which means it has a very small impact on blood sugar levels. Unlike high-sugar fruits that cause rapid spikes, passion fruit releases its sugars slowly, making it a safe and smart choice for anyone managing diabetes. One study found something really interesting about passion fruit. It contains a special type of fiber called pectin, which acts like a natural sugar regulator. Pectin forms a gel-like substance in the stomach, slowing down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. This helps prevent blood sugar spikes and keeps energy levels stable throughout the day. And if you're wondering about starch, there's almost none in passion fruit, making it a great low-carb option for diabetics looking for something sweet without the risks. Beyond its blood sugar benefits, passion fruit is a nutrient powerhouse. It's rich in vitamin C, providing nearly 30% of your daily needs in just one fruit, which is fantastic for immune support. It also contains vitamin A, essential for eye health, and potassium, which helps control blood pressure. But what makes passion fruit really special is its high antioxidant content. It's loaded with polyphenols, carotenoids, and flavonoids, which work together to reduce inflammation, fight free radicals, and protect the body from oxidative stress. This is a huge advantage for diabetics since prolonged high blood sugar can cause damage at the cellular level, leading to complications over time. Passion fruit doesn't just help with blood sugar, it also plays a role in improving insulin sensitivity. Research suggests that a compound found in passion fruit peel, called physotanol, helps the body use insulin more effectively. This means cells can absorb sugar more efficiently, keeping blood sugar levels more stable. For diabetics, better insulin function means fewer fluctuations, less fatigue, and better overall metabolic health. Heart health is another major concern for diabetics, and passion fruit is a natural supporter of a healthy heart. Thanks to its high fiber and potassium levels, it helps lower bad cholesterol, LDL, while increasing good cholesterol, HDL. It also works to relax blood vessels, improving circulation and reducing the risk of high blood pressure. Since diabetics are more prone to heart disease, including stroke and heart attacks, eating passion fruit can be an easy way to protect cardiovascular health while enjoying something delicious. Kidney health is often overlooked when it comes to diabetes, but it's just as important. High blood sugar over time can stress the kidneys, leading to potential damage. Passion fruit's antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties help protect kidney function by reducing oxidative stress and lowering inflammation. Its high potassium content also supports kidney health by helping regulate fluid balance in the body, which is essential for maintaining stable blood pressure. Digestion is another area. Thanks to its high fiber content, about 5 grams per fruit, it helps keep digestion smooth and regular. Fiber is crucial for diabetics because it slows down the breakdown of food, preventing sudden blood sugar spikes. A healthy gut also supports better metabolism, improved insulin function, and overall digestive well-being. Since diabetes can weaken the immune system, passion fruit provides an extra boost in defense. Its high vitamin C and antioxidant levels help the body fight off infections, speed up recovery, and strengthen immune response. For diabetics who are more prone to infections and slow healing, adding passion fruit to the diet can be an easy way to enhance overall immunity. Here's a fun fact. Passion fruit gets its name not because of romance, but because of its connection to religious symbolism. Spanish missionaries named it passion fruit because the flower's unique shape resembled symbols from the Passion of Christ. But aside from history, what makes this fruit truly special is its ability to support health in so many ways. The best way to enjoy passion fruit is fresh. Simply cut it in half and scoop out the seeds and juicy pulp with a spoon. You can eat it as it is, mix it into yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothies, or even drizzle it over salads for a tangy kick. If you prefer juice, make sure it's 100% pure passion fruit juice with no added sugar. The ideal one-time portion for diabetics is about 4 ounces of juice or half a cup of pulp, giving all the benefits without overloading on sugar. For a diabetes-friendly recipe, try making a passion fruit chia pudding. Just mix passion fruit pulp with unsweetened almond milk and chia seeds, let it sit overnight, and top it with nuts or berries in the morning. It's packed with fiber, protein, and healthy fats, perfect for stable blood sugar levels. Another great option is a refreshing passion fruit salad dressing. Blend the pulp with olive oil, lemon juice, and a pinch of salt to create a flavorful, nutrient-rich dressing for salads. One important precaution is avoiding processed passion fruit products. Many store-bought juices and flavored drinks contain added sugars, syrups, and artificial sweeteners, which can spike blood sugar levels quickly. Always check labels before buying. Another thing to keep in mind is portion control. Even though passion fruit is diabetic-friendly, eating too much at once can still lead to a rise in blood sugar. Sticking to moderate serving sizes ensures you get the benefits without the risks. Third on list of blueberries. Blueberries are often called nature's candy, but for diabetics, they're much more than just a sweet treat. They're a superfood packed with benefits. Even though they taste naturally sweet, they have a glycemic index of about 53 and a glycemic load of only 5 per half a cup, meaning they have a very mild effect on blood sugar levels. Unlike high-carb fruits that cause quick spikes, blueberries release their sugars slowly, making them one of the safest fruits for diabetics. One study found that blueberries contain powerful bioactive compounds that improve insulin sensitivity. In fact, consuming them regularly can help the body process sugar more effectively, reducing insulin resistance. This is a game changer for diabetics because better insulin function means more stable blood sugar, less fatigue, and fewer complications over time. And if you're wondering about starch, blueberries have almost none, which means they won't cause any unnecessary carb overload. Beyond their effect on blood sugar, blueberries are packed with fiber, about 4 grams per cup, which helps slow down digestion and prevent sugar spikes. But that's just the beginning. These tiny berries are loaded with vitamin C, vitamin K, and manganese, all of which play important roles in overall health. However, the real magic lies in their antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, which give blueberries their deep blue color. These antioxidants fight inflammation, reduce oxidative stress, and protect cells from damage, which is crucial for diabetics who are at higher risk of complications due to high blood sugar levels. One of the biggest concerns for diabetics is heart health, and blueberries are a natural solution. They help reduce bad cholesterol, LDL, while increasing good cholesterol, HDL, which keeps arteries clear and lowers the risk of heart disease. They also help regulate blood pressure by relaxing blood vessels, improving circulation, and reducing inflammation in the cardiovascular system. Since diabetics have a higher risk of heart attacks and strokes, adding blueberries to the diet can be a simple and delicious way to protect the heart. Diabetes can also take a toll on kidney health, but blueberries offer protection here too. Thanks to their high antioxidant content, they help prevent oxidative stress in the kidneys and reduce inflammation, both of which are common issues in people with high blood sugar. Some studies even suggest that blueberries can help lower protein leakage in the urine, a common sign of kidney stress. By reducing this damage, they help support long-term kidney function. Digestion is another area where blueberries shine. Their high fiber content supports gut health by feeding good bacteria and promoting smooth digestion. A healthy gut is directly linked to better blood sugar control, improved metabolism, and reduced inflammation, making blueberries a great addition to a diabetes-friendly diet. A strong immune system is essential for diabetics, and blueberries provide an extra boost. Their high vitamin C and antioxidant levels help fight infections, speed up wound healing, and reduce inflammation in the body. Since diabetes can slow down the body's ability to heal, eating foods that strengthen the immune system is always a good idea. Here's a fun fact. Blueberries are one of the only naturally blue foods in the world. Their deep color comes from anthocyanins, which aren't just beautiful, but also incredibly powerful for health. Native Americans used blueberries for medicinal purposes centuries ago, and now modern science is proving just how beneficial they really are. The best way to enjoy blueberries is fresh. You can eat them by the handful, sprinkle them on oatmeal, yogurt, or salads, or blend them into smoothies. If you prefer frozen blueberries, that's fine too. Just make sure they don't have added sugar. The perfect portion for diabetics is 1/2 cup, which is about 2.5 ounces, giving all the benefits without overloading on natural sugars. For a diabetes-friendly recipe, try making a blueberry and chia seed pudding. Simply mix blueberries with unsweetened almond milk and chia seeds, let it sit overnight, and enjoy a fiber-packed, blood sugar-friendly breakfast. Another great option is a blueberry spinach salad. Toss fresh spinach, blueberries, walnuts, and feta cheese with a light olive oil dressing for a delicious, nutrient-rich meal. One thing to watch out for is processed blueberry products. Many store-bought blueberry juices, jams, and flavored snacks contain added sugars and artificial sweeteners, which can turn a healthy fruit into a sugar bomb. Always check labels and stick to fresh or frozen blueberries whenever possible. Another precaution is portion control. While blueberries are great for diabetics, eating too many at once can still cause a rise in blood sugar. Moderation is key. Stick to recommended serving sizes to get all the benefits without the risks. Blueberries prove that sweet foods can be both delicious and healthy. With their low glycemic load, high fiber content, powerful antioxidants, and benefits for blood sugar, heart health, kidneys, digestion, and immunity. Most people think diabetics should avoid sweet fruits completely, but that's a myth. The truth is, some fruits don't just avoid sugar spikes, they actually help prevent them. In this video, we're revealing 3 fruits that are not only safe for diabetics, but scientifically shown to support blood sugar control, reduce inflammation, protect your heart, prevent nerve damage, and even boost brain health. And one of them is so sweet, you'd never believe it belongs on a diabetic-friendly list. Let's break the myth and get into the facts. Number 1, oranges. Oranges, bright, juicy, and packed with flavor. But if you're managing diabetes, you've probably wondered, are oranges too sweet to be safe? It's a fair question. The good news is, not only can diabetics eat oranges, but this citrus fruit might actually support blood sugar control, heart health, and immunity when eaten the right way. Let's start with the basics. Oranges have a glycemic index of about 40, which is considered low. That means they raise blood sugar slowly compared to other fruits. Even better, the glycemic load of a medium orange is around 5, which means it has a minimal impact on blood glucose levels. So if you're worried about a sugar spike, don't be. Oranges offer sweetness without the sudden surge. One of the biggest benefits of oranges is their fiber content. A medium orange gives you about 3 grams of fiber, which is roughly 11% of your daily value. This includes both soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber forms a gel-like substance in the gut, which slows the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. That means steadier blood sugar after meals, which is critical for anyone with diabetes. And insoluble fiber, that keeps your digestion smooth and helps support healthy gut bacteria, also important for metabolism and immune function. Now let's talk nutrients. Oranges are famous for their vitamin C, and for good reason. A single medium orange delivers over 70 milligrams of vitamin C, which is about 78% of your daily value. For diabetics, this matters more than you might think. High blood sugar increases oxidative stress in the body, which leads to inflammation and complications over time. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that helps protect cells, boost immunity, and reduce inflammation. But that's not all. Oranges also give you folate, providing about 8% of your daily value. Folate supports cell repair, brain health, and red blood cell production. Plus, they offer potassium, about 6% of your daily needs, which helps regulate blood pressure, something that's often a concern for diabetics. Potassium balances out sodium levels and helps relax blood vessels, supporting a healthier heart. And then there's thiamine, also known as vitamin B1. Oranges provide about 7% of your daily requirement. Thiamine plays a critical role in glucose metabolism and nerve function. For diabetics, this vitamin helps your body convert carbohydrates into energy more efficiently, reducing fatigue and supporting blood sugar balance. Here's something that surprises a lot of people. Compounds in oranges, especially flavonoids like hesperidin, have been shown to improve insulin sensitivity and reduce inflammation. That means your body can use insulin more effectively, which leads to better blood sugar control. Hesperidin also supports cardiovascular health by improving cholesterol levels and reducing blood vessel stiffness. What about blood pressure and heart disease? Oranges may help here too. Thanks to their combination of potassium, fiber, and antioxidants, regular orange consumption has been linked to improved blood flow and a lower risk of heart complications. For diabetics who are at a much higher risk of cardiovascular disease, that's a major bonus. Did you know orange zest contains over 4 times more antioxidants than the juice itself, but most people throw it away? So how should you enjoy oranges if you have diabetes? The best way is to eat them whole and fresh. When you eat the whole fruit, you get all the fiber, which helps balance out the natural sugars. On the other hand, orange juice, even 100% juice, lacks fiber and is absorbed much faster, which can spike your blood sugar. Just 1 cup of orange juice can have more than 20 grams of sugar and barely any fiber. So skip the juice and go for the real thing. A medium orange is the ideal portion, about 60 to 70 calories and 15 grams of carbohydrates. You can pair it with a protein or fat, like almonds or a boiled egg, to make the impact on blood sugar even smaller. Need some creative ways to enjoy oranges? Try adding orange segments to a spinach and walnut salad with a light vinaigrette. Toss some into a bowl of Greek yogurt for a citrusy kick. Or blend orange slices into a smoothie with leafy greens, flax seeds, and unsweetened almond milk for a fiber-rich, diabetes-friendly drink. But just like with any fruit, moderation is key. Eating 2 or 3 oranges at once? That's going to give you more sugar than your body can comfortably handle at one time. Stick to 1 medium orange per serving and spread out your fruit intake across the day. Let's clear up a common myth. Some people say oranges are too sweet for diabetics. But the truth is, the natural sugar in an orange is balanced by its fiber, water content, and nutrients. It's not just about sweetness, it's about how your body processes it. And oranges are one of the most balanced, blood sugar-friendly fruits out there. And yes, science backs this up. Research has shown that moderate citrus fruit intake is associated with better glycemic control, lower cholesterol, and reduced risk of heart complications in people with diabetes. It's not just safe, it's beneficial. Oranges are refreshing and packed with vitamin C, but now let's shift gears to something small, dark, and powerful. This next fruit may look humble, but it packs more fiber and antioxidants than you'd expect. and it could be a total game changer for blood sugar control. Number 2, blackberries, tiny, dark, and bursting with flavor. But don't let their size fool you. These little berries are a nutritional powerhouse, especially for people managing diabetes. Whether you're looking to stabilize blood sugar, boost fiber intake, or improve your heart health, blackberries are one of the smartest fruit choices you can make. Let's start with the glycemic impact. Blackberries have a glycemic index of just 25. That's low. And the glycemic load of a typical serving, around 1/2 cup, is only about 2, which is incredibly low. That means they barely nudge your blood sugar levels, making them one of the safest fruits for diabetics to enjoy. Now here's where blackberries really shine: fiber. Just 1/2 cup of blackberries provides about 4 grams of fiber, which is a solid 14% of your daily value. And this isn't just any fiber, it's a mix of both soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber slows the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, helping to prevent spikes after meals. Insoluble fiber supports healthy digestion and gut health. And a healthy gut means better nutrient absorption, stronger immunity, and more stable blood sugar overall. But fiber isn't the only thing going for them. Blackberries are incredibly rich in vitamin C. A 1/2 cup serving gives you about 17 milligrams, which is nearly 20% of your daily value. Vitamin C is one of the most important antioxidants for diabetics, helping to fight oxidative stress caused by high blood sugar. That means less inflammation, better immune function, and protection against complications like nerve and blood vessel damage. Blackberries also provide vitamin K, delivering about 16% of your daily needs in just 1/2 cup. Vitamin K plays a key role in blood clotting and bone health. And for people with diabetes, who are more likely to experience bone density issues over time, that's a major plus. Did you know blackberries were once used to dye clothes in ancient times because of their deep purple pigment? Another quiet star in blackberries is manganese, with one serving giving you about 23% of your daily value. Manganese helps with carbohydrate metabolism and supports the enzymes that protect your cells from damage. For diabetics, that means better energy use and stronger cellular defense. What really makes blackberries stand out, though, are their polyphenols, especially anthocyanins, the compounds that give them their deep purple color. These powerful antioxidants have been shown in studies to improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and even support better blood sugar control over time. Anthocyanins also protect the lining of blood vessels, which is vital for preventing complications like high blood pressure and heart disease, two big concerns in diabetes management. Speaking of heart health, blackberries offer even more support. They contain potassium and magnesium, both of which help regulate blood pressure and support a healthy heartbeat. The antioxidants in blackberries help reduce LDL cholesterol oxidation, which lowers the risk of plaque buildup in arteries. And that's a big win for your cardiovascular system. Now let's talk about how to enjoy them. The best way is fresh, raw, and unprocessed. One of the biggest advantages of blackberries is that they're naturally low in sugar, only about 7 grams of total carbs in a 1/2 cup serving, with nearly half of that coming from fiber. That makes them incredibly blood sugar friendly. You can snack on them straight from the fridge, toss them into Greek yogurt, blend them into smoothies, or even use them in chia seed pudding. They're also delicious in a spinach and walnut salad with a drizzle of balsamic vinegar. And because they're lower in sugar than many other fruits, they make a perfect base for low-carb desserts. But here's what to avoid: store-bought blackberry jams, jellies, and juices. These are often loaded with added sugars and offer little to no fiber. If you want to make your own, go for a low-sugar or sugar-free recipe and use chia seeds to help create that jelly-like texture naturally. Now let's bust a myth. Some people think all berries are the same, but blackberries actually stand out for their fiber-to-sugar ratio. Unlike fruits that are high in sugar and low in fiber, blackberries give you a slow, steady energy release without causing a sharp spike in blood glucose. And yes, science is on their side. Multiple studies have shown that consuming blackberries regularly can lead to improved insulin sensitivity, reduced blood sugar levels, and lower inflammation in people with type 2 diabetes. That's not just delicious, it's powerful. So if you're looking for a fruit that's low in sugar, high in fiber, and packed with antioxidants, blackberries are one of the best choices you can make. They support blood sugar control, heart health, digestion, and even bone strength, all in one little berry. What's your favorite way to enjoy blackberries? Fresh, in a smoothie, or maybe in a salad? Let us know in the comments. But now let's take a turn. What if I told you there's a fruit that tastes way sweeter, yet still helps with insulin sensitivity? It's tropical, juicy, and often misunderstood. Let's break down the truth about pineapple. You're going to want to hear this. Number 3, pineapple. Pineapple. Sweet, juicy, and full of tropical flavor. But here's the big question. Can diabetics actually enjoy it without worrying about blood sugar spikes? The answer might surprise you. While pineapple has a reputation for being high in sugar, when eaten in the right portions and paired wisely, it can absolutely be a part of a healthy diabetic diet. Let's dive into the science. Pineapple has a glycemic index of around 59, which puts it in the moderate range. But here's the good news. The glycemic load for a typical half-cup serving is only about 6. That's low. Why is that important? Because the glycemic load considers both how quickly a food raises your blood sugar and how much carbohydrate it contains. So while the taste is sweet, pineapple doesn't hit your blood sugar as hard as you might think, especially when eaten in moderation. Did you know ancient cultures used pineapple not just as food, but as medicine to treat swelling and aid digestion? Now let's talk fiber. A half cup of pineapple gives you about 1.4 grams of fiber, which is around 5% of your daily value. That fiber helps slow down sugar absorption, supports digestion, and can even help with weight control. 3 things that are critical for anyone managing diabetes. But pineapple has another secret weapon, bromelain. This natural enzyme helps break down protein and improves digestion. If you've ever felt bloated or sluggish after eating, bromelain can help smooth things out, making it easier for your body to process meals. And good digestion means better nutrient absorption and better blood sugar regulation over time. Nutritionally, pineapple brings a lot to the table. It's packed with vitamin C. Just one serving gives you about 65% of your daily requirement. For diabetics, that's a big deal. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that helps reduce oxidative stress, a major factor in the complications of diabetes. High blood sugar levels create more free radicals, which lead to inflammation, cell damage, and long-term health issues. Pineapple helps counter that naturally, and that's not all. Pineapple also contains vitamin B6, providing about 6% of your daily value, which supports nerve health and brain function. You also get folate, around 3% of your daily value, which helps with cell repair and DNA synthesis. Important for everyone, but especially for diabetics. Then there's potassium. In a single serving, you're getting about 2% of your daily value. It may not sound like much, but every bit helps when it comes to blood pressure control. Potassium works by balancing out sodium levels in the body and helping blood vessels relax, which supports better circulation and heart health. But the real standout here is manganese. A half cup of pineapple gives you about 33% of your daily manganese needs. Manganese is essential for strong bones and helps regulate carbohydrate metabolism, making it especially important for people with diabetes. Now here's something really interesting. Bromelain and the antioxidants in pineapple have been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. That means your body can use insulin more effectively, helping to lower blood sugar naturally. And when you pair pineapple with healthy fats or protein, like nuts, seeds, or Greek yogurt, you slow down the sugar absorption even more, helping to prevent post-meal spikes. Speaking of heart health, let's not forget that diabetics are at a much higher risk for cardiovascular disease. Pineapple's combination of vitamin C, bromelain, and potassium makes it a heart-friendly choice. Studies suggest that bromelain may help reduce blood clotting and inflammation, improving blood flow, and reducing the risk of heart complications over time. So, how should you eat pineapple for the most benefit? Always go fresh and raw. Canned pineapple is often packed in sugary syrup, and pineapple juice is loaded with natural sugars and no fiber, so those are best avoided. Stick to a half cup to 3/4 of a cup of fresh pineapple and pair it with protein or healthy fats for a more balanced blood sugar response. Looking for some diabetes-friendly ideas? You can add fresh pineapple chunks to plain Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of chia seeds for a tropical parfait. Make a refreshing pineapple salsa with onions, cilantro, and a little jalapeno to go with grilled chicken or fish. Or blend a small portion into a green smoothie with spinach and cucumber for a light, energizing drink. Just one thing to watch out for: dried pineapple, candied pineapple, and even some packaged pineapple snacks often contain added sugar or preservatives. These can spike blood sugar fast, so always check the label, or better yet, stick to fresh. Now let's bust a myth. A lot of people think pineapple is too sugary for diabetics, but that's simply not true. While it's naturally sweet, the fiber, water content, and nutrients in pineapple help balance its impact on blood sugar. It's all about how much you eat and what you eat it with. And yes, science backs this up. Studies have shown that people with type 2 diabetes who include moderate amounts of antioxidant-rich fruits like pineapple in their diets tend to have better glycemic control and reduced markers of inflammation. It's not just delicious, it's functional. So if you're craving something sweet, tropical, and nutrient-rich, don't shy away from pineapple. Just keep your portions smart, pair it well, and enjoy all the health benefits it has to offer. It's more than a fruit. It's a powerful tool in your diabetes-friendly lifestyle. What if the sweetest fruits you've been told to avoid are actually some of the smartest choices for your blood sugar? Sounds impossible, right? But new research and nature tell a very different story. Some of the juiciest, most flavorful fruits aren't just safe for diabetics. They're powerful tools for fighting inflammation, improving insulin sensitivity, and protecting your heart, nerves, and kidneys. In today's video, we're uncovering the truth about fruits for diabetes. We're not just talking about what's allowed, we're talking about what can actually help heal your body from the inside out. And here's the best part. At the end of this video, I'll be sharing a simple but powerful diabetic-friendly breakfast recipe that ties it all together. So make sure you watch until the end. You won't want to miss it. Let's start with one fruit that might surprise you. Number 1, cherries. Most people think sweetness equals sugar spikes, and sugar spikes equal danger. But here's the surprising truth. Cherries, especially dark sweet and tart cherries, are one of the most underrated fruits for managing diabetes. They're not only safe in moderation, they're incredibly beneficial. Cherries have a glycemic index of just 20 to 22, which is considered very low. That means they cause only a small, slow rise in blood sugar when you eat them. Now combine that with their glycemic load, just 3 per half cup, and you have a fruit that delivers rich nutrients without sending your glucose levels on a roller coaster. 1 cup of fresh sweet cherries, which is about 21 cherries or roughly 5 ounces, contains 97 calories, 25 grams of total carbohydrates, 3.2 grams of fiber, and around 17.7 grams of natural sugar. It also offers 10 milligrams of vitamin C, which is about 12% of the daily value, 342 milligrams of potassium, which is 7% of daily needs, a touch of vitamin K and iron, and a powerful group of antioxidants called anthocyanins, the pigments responsible for that deep red color. And those anthocyanins are where the magic starts. One recent research study found that these compounds can actually improve how your body uses insulin. They help your insulin receptors work better, which means your blood sugar doesn't just build up in your bloodstream, it gets taken into your cells where it belongs. Another finding? Cherries can reduce the spike in blood sugar that often follows meals, a major issue for diabetics. But it's not just about blood sugar. Cherries are natural inflammation fighters. They help reduce C-reactive protein levels, a key inflammation marker tied to heart disease, insulin resistance, and diabetic complications. That calming effect on inflammation can also play a role in reducing the painful symptoms of diabetic neuropathy, which shows up as tingling, numbness, or stabbing sensations in the hands and feet. For those with early-stage kidney issues, cherries offer a kidney-friendly nutrient mix, low sodium, moderate potassium, and antioxidants that ease the burden on renal function. They've also shown benefits in protecting retinal blood vessels in the eyes, a major plus for preventing diabetic retinopathy. And if you're concerned about your heart, Cherries help lower LDL cholesterol, reduce triglycerides, and even assist in managing blood pressure, all while promoting better artery flexibility. For most diabetics, the ideal portion is about half a cup of fresh cherries, which equals roughly 10 to 12 pieces or 2.5 to 3 ounces. It's best to eat them mid-morning or early afternoon when your body is more insulin sensitive. Try not to snack on them at night, especially not alone, because your insulin response naturally weakens as the day winds down. Always aim to pair them with a protein or healthy fat, like a few almonds, some plain Greek yogurt, or a slice of cheese, to slow digestion and help keep your blood sugar steady. As for how to enjoy them, you can toss them into a spinach and walnut salad, mix them into a chia pudding, or simply snack on them chilled. Stay away from canned cherries in syrup or sweetened dried versions. They're often loaded with added sugars that can disrupt your blood glucose. There's a stubborn myth out there that diabetics should avoid fruit altogether because of the sugar content. That's just not true. It's not about banning all sweet fruits. It's about choosing fruits with a low glycemic impact and pairing them wisely. Cherries are sweet, yes, but they come packaged with fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, and anti-inflammatory properties that actually support diabetic health rather than sabotage it. And here's something you probably didn't know. Cherries naturally contain melatonin. That's the same hormone your body produces to help you fall asleep. And quality sleep is essential for regulating the hormones that affect blood sugar, like cortisol and insulin. So in a way, cherries don't just help with your glucose levels directly. They can even help set the stage for better overnight blood sugar control by supporting restful sleep. So if you've been avoiding cherries because you thought they were too sugary, it's time to rethink that. In the right portion, at the right time, and in the right form, cherries can be one of the most powerful fruits in a diabetic-friendly diet, nourishing your body, calming inflammation, easing nerve pain, supporting your kidneys and heart, and even helping you sleep a little better at night. Cherries prove that sweetness doesn't always mean danger. But what if there's a fruit that's even sweeter, yet still supports blood sugar like a secret weapon? Most people avoid it, but they shouldn't. And just when you think that's surprising, the next one might completely change the way you think about tropical fruits and diabetes. Keep watching. It only gets more interesting. Number 2, dates. When most people think of dates, they think of sweetness. Rich, sticky, caramel-like sweetness that feels like a sugar bomb in disguise. So it's no surprise that many diabetics automatically assume dates are completely off limits. But the truth is a bit more complex and a lot more hopeful. Date palms produce one of the oldest cultivated fruits in history, and while they're certainly high in natural sugar, when used correctly, dates can actually offer surprising benefits for blood sugar control, inflammation, and even nerve and heart health. It all comes down to portion, timing, and understanding how they interact with your body. Let's start with the glycemic data. The glycemic index of dates varies slightly by variety, but generally falls between 35 and 55, still in the low to moderate range. Their glycemic load per serving, however, is what matters more, and this is where portion size becomes critical. One medjool date, for example, has a glycemic load of about 10, while smaller deglet nor dates have a glycemic load closer to 6 per piece. That means 2 small dates or 1 large one can be safely enjoyed if balanced within a meal. One medjool date weighs about 24 grams, provides 66 calories, around 18 grams of total carbohydrates, 1.6 grams of fiber, and about 16 grams of natural sugar. It also gives a small amount of potassium, magnesium, iron, and trace B vitamins, plus powerful polyphenols and flavonoids that act as antioxidants. One recent research study found that despite their sweetness, dates consumed in moderation did not significantly raise post-meal blood glucose levels in people with type 2 diabetes. In fact, their fiber and polyphenol content seemed to help reduce oxidative stress, improve insulin function, and enhance glucose metabolism over time. That means dates may actually support better blood sugar balance, not just spike it if eaten the right way. Dates have a unique mix of benefits that extend far beyond sugar content. The high antioxidant load, including ferulic acid and quercetin, helps reduce inflammation in the body, a key driver of insulin resistance, neuropathy, and even heart disease. Their fiber supports healthy digestion and gut balance, which plays a direct role in metabolic health. The magnesium and potassium content, though modest, assist in nerve conduction and blood pressure regulation, which benefits diabetics struggling with neuropathy and nephropathy. And the natural sugars in dates, when paired with fiber and antioxidants, get absorbed slowly, providing stable energy instead of a quick spike and crash. For cardiovascular health, dates have been found to reduce triglyceride levels and improve cholesterol balance, particularly when used as a replacement for refined sugar in desserts or snacks. For diabetics, the safest and most balanced portion is one large medjool date or two smaller deglet nor dates per day, roughly 0.8 to 1 ounce total. The best time to enjoy dates is during or immediately after a balanced meal, preferably one that contains protein, fiber, and healthy fats. Eating dates on an empty stomach, especially in the morning or late at night, can lead to quicker sugar absorption. But if you eat them alongside a handful of walnuts, in a salad with feta cheese, or blended into a fiber-rich smoothie, you slow the release of sugar and turn dates into a powerful, sustained fuel source. One important precaution is to always read labels when buying prepackaged date products. Many are processed with added syrups or coated in sweeteners that dramatically raise their glycemic load. Stick with plain, whole dates and avoid date paste unless you control the quantity. And don't go overboard. Just because something is natural doesn't mean unlimited is safe. Even healthy sugars need to be portioned wisely when you're managing diabetes. There's a widespread myth that dates are basically candy and should be completely banned from a diabetic diet. But that's not true. Dates are sweet, yes, but they're not just sugar. They're a package deal, loaded with fiber, minerals, and plant compounds that actually support your body. It's all about how many you eat, what you eat them with, and when you eat them. And here's a fun fact. Dates have been traditionally used during fasting periods like Ramadan, not just for religious reasons, but because they provide quick energy without causing extreme blood sugar swings when eaten with other foods. Something modern science is just starting to confirm. So if you're craving something naturally sweet, don't be afraid of dates. Treat them like a supplement, small, concentrated, powerful, and use them smartly. When used mindfully, dates can become more than just a treat. They can be a nutrient-rich tool in your blood sugar balancing strategy, helping you fuel up without fear. Pretty amazing, right? And hey, I'd love to know, where in the world are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments below. It's always incredible to see how far our diabetes healthcare family reaches. Now imagine a fruit that's lighter, fresher, and even more powerful for digestion, nerves, and vision. You won't believe this one. Number 3, guava. If you've been skipping guava because it sounds too tropical or too sweet for a diabetic diet, you might be missing out on one of the most powerful fruits nature has to offer. Guava isn't just safe for people with diabetes. It's one of the most strategically smart fruits you can eat to stabilize blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and even protect your nerves and organs from diabetic complications. Let's start with the numbers. Guava has a glycemic index of around 12 to 24, depending on ripeness, and a glycemic load of just 4 per 100 grams. That's incredibly low, meaning it barely nudges your blood sugar. This fruit gives you that juicy, satisfying bite without the glucose spike. 1 cup of raw guava, about 1 medium-sized fruit, or roughly 8 ounces, contains just 112 calories, around 24 grams of carbohydrates, and a stunning 9 grams of dietary fiber, which is over 30% of your daily requirement. That fiber is critical for slowing sugar absorption and feeding the gut bacteria that help regulate insulin. And the sugar content? It's surprisingly low, only around 14 grams per cup, and all of it comes naturally packaged with fiber and phytonutrients. What really sets guava apart is its vitamin C content. One fruit gives you over 200% of your daily needs. That's more than an orange. It also packs vitamin A, B6, potassium, magnesium, and a generous dose of antioxidants like lycopene and quercetin. One fascinating research study recently showed that guava leaf extract significantly reduced blood sugar levels in people with type 2 diabetes and improved insulin sensitivity over time. While we're talking about the fruit itself here, the same compounds found in the leaves, like polyphenols and flavonoids, are present in the flesh and skin of the guava too, just in lower amounts. These compounds act like natural insulin helpers, improving glucose uptake by cells and reducing post-meal sugar spikes. But the benefits don't stop at blood sugar. Guava's anti-inflammatory and antioxidant power helps soothe the internal inflammation that drives diabetic complications like neuropathy and nephropathy. The high fiber content improves digestion and promotes regular bowel movements, which can be an overlooked issue for diabetics struggling with fluctuating blood sugar. Potassium and magnesium in guava support kidney function and regulate blood pressure, while the carotenoids and lycopene protect blood vessels in the eyes, potentially lowering the risk of retinopathy. And when it comes to heart health, guava's vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants form a powerful trio that can reduce cholesterol, prevent artery damage, and improve overall cardiovascular function. For portion control, one medium guava, or about 1 cup of sliced fruit, is ideal. That's around 8 ounces. The best time to enjoy guava is in the morning with breakfast or as a mid-afternoon snack when your metabolism is more active and your insulin sensitivity is higher. Avoid eating it late at night unless it's paired with protein or healthy fat, as digestion slows during sleep and blood sugar regulation becomes less efficient. Diabetics can enjoy guava fresh and raw, ideally with the peel on for maximum fiber. You can dice it into a bowl of cottage cheese, blend it with ice and lemon for a refreshing low GI drink, or chop it into a salad with cucumber and mint. Guava can also be boiled into herbal tea using its leaves, an old remedy that's gaining traction again in diabetes circles. There's a common myth floating around that diabetics should avoid sweet fruits altogether, especially tropical ones. But guava flips that narrative. Its sweetness is natural, its impact on blood sugar is minimal, and its fiber and antioxidants make it more of a blood sugar stabilizer than a threat. Plus, here's a fun fact that might surprise you. Guava seeds are edible and rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, both of which help reduce inflammation and improve heart health. So instead of fearing guava, think of it as a multi-purpose health tool, a delicious, fiber-rich, antioxidant-packed fruit that doesn't just fit into a diabetic diet, it actively supports it. With the right portion and timing, guava can become one of the most protective and powerful fruits in your diabetic nutrition plan. Diabetic-friendly breakfast recipes 1. Spinach and egg scramble with raspberries. If you're living with diabetes and searching for a breakfast that tastes amazing, keeps your blood sugar steady, and actually helps protect your nerves, heart, and digestion, this spinach and egg scramble with raspberries might just be your new go-to. It's quick, affordable, packed with nutrients, and perfectly portioned to work with your body instead of against it. Let's walk through how this meal does so much more than just fill you up. You start with 2 large eggs, which is about 3.5 ounces total. Eggs are a diabetes-friendly protein powerhouse. They have 0 carbs, which means they won't raise your blood sugar, and they digest slowly, helping you stay full and energized for hours. They're also rich in choline, a nutrient that supports your brain and nerve health, which is crucial for preventing diabetic neuropathy. Then comes the spinach, just 1 cup, which weighs around 1 ounce fresh. When you saute it in 1 teaspoon of olive oil, not only does it shrink down beautifully, but it also unlocks key nutrients like magnesium, folate, and vitamin K. Spinach helps improve insulin sensitivity, supports kidney function, and reduces inflammation that can damage your eyes, nerves, and blood vessels over time. Now here's where the magic really happens. Add in a side of fresh raspberries, exactly half a cup, or about 2.5 ounces. These little berries are sweet but incredibly low on the glycemic scale, with a glycemic index of around 25 and a glycemic load of under 4. That means they barely impact your blood sugar, yet they're loaded with antioxidants like vitamin C and anthocyanins. These compounds actively fight the oxidative stress that leads to diabetic complications like retinopathy and cardiovascular disease. And let's not forget fiber. Just that half cup of raspberries delivers around 4 grams, which slows digestion, improves gut health, and gives your body more time to process glucose efficiently. All of this comes together in one delicious plate. You scramble the eggs gently with a pinch of salt and pepper, maybe a little turmeric if you want an extra anti-inflammatory kick. Add the sautéed spinach, cooked in just 1 teaspoon of heart-healthy olive oil. Plate it up with the raspberries on the side, and you've got a balanced, blood sugar-friendly breakfast that's under 250 calories, low in net carbs, and packed with protein, fiber, and essential vitamins. You can enjoy this meal once a day, ideally in the morning or early afternoon, when your insulin sensitivity is at its best. 2. Pistachio and peach toast. If you're craving something quick, slightly sweet, and totally satisfying, but still want to keep your blood sugar steady, this pistachio and peach toast is going to blow your mind. It's the kind of breakfast or snack that feels like a treat but is secretly working overtime to support your metabolism, digestion, and even nerve and heart health. Every bite brings together smart carbs, healthy fats, fiber, and antioxidants. Exactly what your body needs to start the day with balance and energy, especially if you're managing diabetes. Start with 1 slice of whole grain, low GI bread, something dense and seeded, ideally with at least 3 grams of fiber per slice. That's about 1.5 ounces. Toast it up until it's just golden. The fiber and complex carbs in the bread give you slow, steady energy without triggering a glucose spike. Then spread about 1 tablespoon of unsweetened Greek yogurt or ricotta cheese, around 0.5 ounces, right on top. This adds protein, a creamy texture, and helps further slow down how quickly your body digests the carbs in the bread. Now here comes the magic. Slice up half of a small, ripe peach, about 2.5 ounces, and gently layer the slices across the toast. Despite its natural sweetness, peach has a low glycemic index, around 42, and a low glycemic load when portioned correctly. It's rich in vitamin C, beta-carotene, and polyphenols that help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, 2 major issues diabetics face. Then sprinkle on 1 tablespoon of chopped pistachios, which is about 0.5 ounces. Pistachios are loaded with monounsaturated fats, protein, and magnesium, all nutrients that improve insulin sensitivity, support nerve function, and help regulate blood pressure. This combo, crunchy, creamy, sweet, and nutty, not only tastes amazing, but it keeps your blood sugar from spiking thanks to the balance of fiber, fat, and protein. It takes less than 5 minutes to make, but gives your body lasting support. Enjoy it as a breakfast, a post-walk snack, or even a light lunch. Just pair it with a glass of water or herbal tea, and you've got a meal that satisfies your cravings and your health goals in one. If you found this helpful, don't forget to give it a like. It really helps more people living with diabetes discover the truth about food and health. And if you've ever tried any of these fruits or have your own favorites that help you feel your best, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next video, especially if you're serious about taking control of your health naturally, one smart choice at a time.